Turning now to South Korea's National Assembly, with tense negotiations going deep into the night, suddenly a dramatic turn of events. Key reform bills finally given the so-called fast-track status. This comes after days of intense political bickering at Parliament and even some physical confrontations, some fisticuffs along the way. However, the struggle between the main opposition and the other parties is far from over, and all activity at the National Assembly could, in fact, grind to a halt, with both sides firmly dug in for a dogfight. Our Kim Min-ji reports.
Key reform bills will now take the fast-track procedure after two special parliamentary committees gave them the green light. 4 parties agreed last week to fast-track the bills, including one on electoral reform to boost proportional representation, one on the creation of an investigative body to probe corruption among high-ranking public officials, and another to boost the investigative rights of police. The designation comes after days of tension and even physical clashes between the rival parties due to fierce resistance from the main opposition Liberty Korea Party. The 4 parties decided to push through so that the changes to the electoral system can be applied to next year's general elections. Fast-track designation prevents bills without bipartisan support from being sat in limbo for too long. Such bills can be put up for a full floor vote after 330 days at maximum, as the law stipulates the bills to be deliberated at respective committees within a certain number of days. But the period can be shortened if the parties reach an agreement. The ruling Democratic Party is seeking to cut that time to get the Moon Jae-in administration's reform drive rolling.
It's important for us to create a law that meets the people's expectations.
But a continued backlash is expected from the Liberty Korea Party. It has condemned the fast-track move, saying revisions to the election law have always come through bipartisan agreement. This will likely put a pile of pending bills related to people's livelihoods on ice, as the party says it will no longer cooperate in legislative activities.
They have called an end to the 20th National Assembly. We will fight until the Moon Jae-in administration surrenders before the people.
What's more, getting enough support for the electoral reform bill itself could prove difficult, as the bill calls for increasing the number of proportional representation seats without changing the number of total parliamentary seats. Some individual lawmakers, regardless of party, may vote against it if their districts are scrapped or merged with others. The ruling Democratic Party has called on all parties, including the main opposition party, to work together and make appropriate changes to the bills during negotiations. But it appears that mending ties will be the key for a smooth fast-track process. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.